Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. And welcome to the convocation for the SI Newhouse School of Public Communications. Today we honor the graduating class of 2017. I'm Lorraine Branham, Dean of the school, and it is my great pleasure to preside over today's ceremony. I would also like to acknowledge with respect the Onondaga Nation, the indigenous people on whose ancestral land we now stand. We will begin our ceremony with one of our master's students singing the National Anthem. So please rise as Kerene Limage, a broadcast and digital journalism major from Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, comes to sing for us. Kerene?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kerene. That was lovely. Absolutely lovely. A lot of talent in the Newhouse School. This weekend is always both a sad and joyful occasion. Sad because most of you are leaving the place you have called home for the past 4 years and the many friends you've made along the way. Joyful because you are about to embark on a wonderful new journey, putting into practice the knowledge that you have accumulated and the lessons learned here at Newhouse. Your professors and I wish you all the best that life has to offer. We also remind you that graduation is not the end of your association with Newhouse. In just 2 hours, you will become Newhouse alumni, part of that vast network of Newhouse graduates who helped make this school great. You are now a member of the Newhouse Mafia. We expect you to stay in touch, update us on your career moves, come back to speak to classes, mentor students, and help us find jobs and internships for those who come behind you, just as others have done for many of you. I am truly excited about what awaits you. You are embarking upon your careers at an extraordinary time in the history of media and communications. Previous generations of Newhouse students never had to deal with the incredible pace of change that all of you will encounter throughout your careers. Your biggest challenge will be to adapt and embrace the changes that will come your way. I hope that what you have learned during your time at Newhouse has prepared you well for this ever-changing new media world. I wish you success in all you do, but I also wish you a life well lived. Poet Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "The purpose of life is not just to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well." It is my great hope that you will all live well and honor Newhouse not just by making a living, but by making a difference. Before we get started, I'd like to recognize some very special people. Although this is your special day, we'd be remiss if we did not take a moment to thank your parents and other family members and friends who've supported and encouraged you along the way. I'd also like to ask that you give a warm round of applause for your professors, the Newhouse faculty, the people who have provided the foundation of your education here and helped you get to this point today. Thank you. And let's not forget the Newhouse staff, the people who serve in the graduate and undergraduate records offices, the Career Development Center, the Chair's Academic Suite, ITS, the Cage, the Dean's Office, and the other schools' administrative offices. Thank you. These are the people that make the school run day to day and who support our students in so many ways. Before we begin our ceremony, I do want to address a topic that I know is on the minds of graduates and their parents, and that is finding a job. Now that the imperative to enter the job market is looming large, I just want you to know that even though you're graduating, we are still here for you. If you don't have a job yet, don't panic. This is normal. Because of the nature of our industry, less than a third of you may have jobs right now. But over the next 6 months, that will change. And this time will be crucial. We want to help, and the way we do that is through the Career Development Center, or the CDC. You should all register with the CDC before you leave campus if you have not already done so. That way, you'll receive weekly electronic newsletters, job leads, updates as to where your peers are working, and a guidebook on job hunting strategies. The CDC will be open Monday morning at 9 a.m. so that you can register if you have not. It will, of course, also be open all summer. I know some of you have already started on your career path and have jobs already or interviews lined up. Congratulations to you. For the rest of you, I'm pleased to report and reassure you that Newhouse graduates are finding jobs in their field. Just 6 months after last year's graduation, 83% of the class was employed full-time, and 98% of those are working in the communications field. We expect similar statistics for all of you because you have been trained well, and we know you are going to be a success. In fact, we expect the statistics for the class of 2017 to be even better. So parents, don't worry. And please don't put more pressure on your sons and daughters than they are already putting on themselves. They all have high expectations, or they would not have made it this far in their education. With your support and encouragement, they will land on their feet. They always do. They are, after all, Newhouse students. The class of 2017 is the next generation of communicators, journalists, and media leaders, and they are entering the workforce at a time of tremendous change and transformation. But I am confident that we have prepared them well for the challenges ahead. More importantly, I believe they learned at Newhouse not just cutting-edge skills, but compassion, critical thinking, ethical behavior, and an appreciation for diversity and the importance of truth-telling. My wish for you all is that you get to live your dream and that you find a way to make the world a better place while you're at it. You are the Newhouse class of 2017, and we expect great things of you. Now, 3 of your fellow graduates would like to share their thoughts with you on this special occasion. The first to speak is a member of our master's degree class, Elliot Williams. Elliot was selected by his fellow master's students to speak on their behalf. Elliot is a magazine, newspaper, and online journalism major from Abington, Pennsylvania. He has an undergraduate degree in communications from Villanova University. He is a Newhouse Fellow scheduled to complete his coursework and internship with Advanced Media New York in the fall. Elliot?
Thank you, Dean Branham. Last year, my senior year at undergrad, I'd become complacent, satisfied with my 4 years, and I forgot that I had to do something after graduating. I'd applied to a few jobs, but wasn't seriously considering professional or graduate school opportunities. Then one day, as I was visiting home, my mom drove me and my brother to a park nearby, parked and turned to us. "Boys, things are going to change," she said. "Your father's been laid off. Soon, we'd have to sell our house, move, and let go of a lot of the things we had taken for granted. Most importantly for me, I would have to focus all of my attention on getting a scholarship or a job or something, because staying at home and mooching off my parents was not an option." Almost out of nowhere, one of my mentors sent me an opportunity, a graduate newspaper fellowship here at Newhouse. After an extensive application and interview process, Syracuse, a place where I knew no one, became my new home. After having moved 5 times throughout my life, I thought, this will be easy. I thought people were just exaggerating about how much it snows here. Turns out they weren't. And I soon discovered that adulting only means more responsibility, more important decisions for yourself and for others. I could no longer just run home when trouble struck. And trouble did strike. During my first semester here, I had a panic attack in my kitchen. Alone, scared, confused, overwhelmed, and I didn't know whom to turn to. But with fervent prayer and the support of my closest friends and family, I opened my eyes to the world around me here in this city. Sure, the sun doesn't always shine here, but I realized with the help of others that I attend the best communication school in the nation, with some of the best resources available to students like me. I went to my program director, who calmed me down and showed me all the opportunities I had at my fingertips. I got to know the talented students in my M&O program, who inspired me every day with the stories they tell and their unmatched work ethic. I got to know students outside of my program who are making documentaries, podcasts, short films, breathtaking photography, and doing live television broadcasts. I met advertising students who delivered incredible ad campaigns for real companies. I met PR, audio arts, public diplomacy, and media students making waves in all of their fields. And of course, I learned from my experienced professors who always showed me the way. And then I got to know this city. For stories and personal interests, I attended interfaith dialogues and spoke to refugees who told me what's really going on in this world. I attended Tuesday morning meetings between community leaders and local police officers who voiced their opinions about race, religion, mental health, crime, and police brutality. I joined Syracuse City Young Life, a group that ministers to teenagers on the south and west side and provides them with a place to just have fun. My co-leaders became my older siblings, and the incredible students we mentor became my younger brothers and sisters away from home. After seeing the struggles they deal with every day, violence and drugs at school, poverty and broken homes, my so-called problems became minuscule. I realized that I have a moral duty to be better than who I was yesterday, every day, and that my excuses for why Syracuse wasn't the place for me just weren't good enough. I realized that I'm here for a reason, that we're all here for a reason. On a break, I went home, and my dad took me to a funeral. Interesting thing to do with your dad on a weekend, right? Well, he had recently become a teacher at West Catholic High School in West Philadelphia. One of his students, Akira Murray, had been killed in the Orlando nightclub shooting trying to save her cousin. I didn't know Akira, But after that 3.5-hour service, it sure felt like I did. My father told me that Akira was the first student to welcome him in his new job. She, a student, checked in on him, a new teacher, every day just to make sure he was adjusting well. At that funeral, in the presence of death, life became very real. I realized that a day wasted is a life wasted. I look back on my time here so far, and not a moment has been wasted with you, my peers and professors. Some of you had personal difficulties that made it especially hard to reach this point in your story. An illness, a loss of a job, a loss of a loved one, a breakup or divorce, a big move from your childhood home. But here we are, breathing the same air. Despite everything, you somehow made it here. Congratulations, class of 2017. We are now masters of communication, and if there's one thing this world needs to work on, it's communicating with one another efficiently, effectively, and honestly. You all owe it to society. You owe it to yourselves to use your gifts, your talent, your experiences, your wit, your pain, your pleasure, your joy, your sorrow, and your instincts. The same ones that got you into these seats this afternoon. You made it. So be better than the person you were yesterday and keep going. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Elliot. The next two student speakers are both seniors. They are Newhouse School Marshals who will lead the Newhouse students into the Carrier Dome tomorrow morning. They were chosen on the basis of their academic achievement. The first to speak is Jessica Dunne. Jessica is an advertising and marketing management dual major from Andover, Massachusetts. She has achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.985 and was selected as a Newhouse Scholar, one of only 14 students chosen from the undergraduates at the Newhouse School for their outstanding strength as scholars. After graduation, she plans to pursue her career goal of becoming an account manager at an advertising agency in New York City. Jessica?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jess Dunne, and I am proud to represent the SI Newhouse School of Public Communications as one of the class marshals today. Wow, I've thought about this moment for months, walking up to this podium, looking out at my supportive mom, my awesome dad, and my smiling Newhouse classmates in the audience. And it's here. The day has arrived that I will no longer be Jess Dunne, the undergraduate at Syracuse University. This is it, graduation day. Let that sink in. While change is scary, especially this one, we are ready. It may not feel like it for you now, but Newhouse has taught us just about everything that we could possibly learn within our 4 years here. And now, it's our time to show the world who we are. The Newhouse curriculum is meant to teach us how to communicate, but the most important lesson that I learned here was how to listen. I have a curious mind, and for those of you who know me, you know that my wandering mind leads to my rambling mouth. However, while I still find it important to speak and share my unique opinions, I have made it my mission to absorb as much information from my peers and my professors as possible. The students here at Newhouse are filled with stories, lessons, and expertise. They are some of the most interesting human beings I could have imagined meeting. Let's see. Some of my best friends in Newhouse include a first-generation Korean student, the guitarist in a Kanye West cover band, a published author, the most talented graphic designer on earth, the granddaughter of a major rock star, and of course, my 3 sophomore-year roommates who will someday stand as my bridesmaids. The thing about college, though, is that you get what you put in, especially with friendships. It's easy to cling to the people who are similar to us and ignore anyone who looks or acts differently. In fact, most people move through life without really seeing and knowing the people around them. Even classmates become people we courteously interact with when coerced by professors. This past November, I was placed in an intimate, competition-based advertising capstone course of 13 students. I didn't know any of them very well, but we decided early on that our relationship would be more than just getting our individual tasks done on time. We made it our mission to focus on producing the best team, the best unit, rather than focusing solely on the work. We formed a close-knit family, and as a result, we flourished, earning a first-place win in arguably the toughest district of the competition. Developing relationships takes effort, patience, and kindness. People are not always easy to read, and you never know what someone is going through. Newhouse has taught me how to get people to open up and share their stories. Everyone has a unique story to tell. If we all focus just a little bit less on ourselves and a little bit more on others, we would all be a whole lot wiser. Thank you to each of you for being your own individual self and for making this school such a wonderful environment to both speak and listen. It has been a privilege getting to hear all of your stories. Congratulations, class of 2017. We did it.
Thank you, Jessica. Our final student speaker is Kelly Sheptock. She's a public relations major from Berwick, Pennsylvania. She has a cumulative GPA of 4.0. She already has a job as a business and marketing account executive at BSI Corp Benefits. Kelly?
Wow, this is pretty cool. Here I am looking out over the SI Newhouse School of Public Communications 2017 convocation. What an impressive day. Probably not a lot of people who have introduced me ever thought I would be standing here today because I wasn't even originally accepted into the Newhouse School. 4 years ago, my credentials came in and people weren't saying, wow, we've got to get this girl, she's this and she's that. So for me, there weren't a lot of bells and whistles when applying to Newhouse. Obviously, when I was packing up to leave for Syracuse, I had a lot of doubts. I'm thinking I should be in Newhouse, I'm not in, I have to prove myself, how am I going to approach this? The morning of move-in day, my dad and I are hugging for the last time, and we're crying because he can't come because he has to go to football practice because the season's starting, and I need to be here for orientation, and then bam. He looked at me, and he said, Kel, go get your goal. I came here driven by the slogan, go get your goal, and hey, words are just words. Nothing is easier to say than words, and nothing is harder than living them day in and day out. But I had to live them day in and day out because I wasn't in Newhouse. And although I was disappointed, I was hurt, I was doubtful, I tried to use that statement as my daily motivation because more than anything, I wanted to prove to Newhouse that I can do it. You know, I'm calling up to Dean Grassi's office and appealing and asking what do I have to do and making constant phone calls, and to be honest, the people at Newhouse were probably thinking, boy, this Kelly Sheptock is a stalker. But I was trying to say, hey, I belong. My initial goal wasn't to be standing here before you all today. It was to be a part of this school, to just be accepted as one of us, to be sitting out there with you. That is why I'm so humbled to have the opportunity to speak to our class. Now, when we're out there and we're applying for jobs and internships in grad school, unfortunately, people are going to tell you what you're not. But I'm here to tell you about what you are. You're a Newhouse graduate. One of the best of the best. The sky is the limit, baby. Who's the next Bob Costas? Who's the next Carrie Potts? Who's the next Marv Albert? We're all going to start out at different companies, kind of how I started here, where no one knows who you are when you walk in, where no one's there to show you the way, where no one's really expecting much from you. But what those individuals don't know is that Newhouse students love a challenge. We've come to the best school because we want to be the best. If not given an opportunity, we will make one. And when given an opportunity, we will not only meet expectations, we will exceed them. And that go-getter mentality is exactly why each and every one of us will be successful upon walking across this stage. As much as in the beginning when this whole relationship started, I couldn't have been more disappointed in the Newhouse School. But today, I want to sincerely thank you because you all brought out the best in me. Had I been originally accepted, I probably would not be standing here. To my fellow graduates, congratulations on this amazing accomplishment. Despite the inevitable adversity we will face, continue to find a way to be successful. You are the best of the best. But what makes you the best is your commitment to being the best. Live that commitment every day. And most importantly, go get your goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. We have one special presentation to make before we hear from our guest speaker. This is an award to recognize a teacher who has been a source of inspiration to our graduating seniors. Here to present the Class of 2017 award to an outstanding teacher are the co-chairs of the Student Selection Committee, Mariana Dominguez, a broadcast and digital journalism major from Miami Beach, Florida, and Jamie Weiss, a broadcast and digital journalism major from McKinney, Texas.
To the Newhouse graduating class of 2017, this weekend marks a time of reflection. We fondly remember the friendships we fostered, the great work we've produced, and who could forget about attending the Newhouse Career Day freshman year at 8 a.m. the morning after Halloween. It's this weekend that we thank our parents, and that means you, Mom and Dad. We thank our loved ones, our friends, but most importantly, our professors for their guidance, intuition, and passion within our respective fields. These men and women have shaped us into the journalists and communications experts we hope to become. Every year, members of the Newhouse Faculty Award Committee poll the senior class to choose a faculty member that has gone above and beyond, both in and outside of the classroom. After reading a few comments about this professor, the winner was a clear choice.
The winner of this year's award is an interdisciplinary scholar with a social psychology and critical media studies background, whose current research investigates the psychological effects of intersectional identities and the media's role in personal and social identity conflict. I had the privilege of taking 2 classes with this professor my freshman and junior years. As a student who was born in Brazil and grew up in several countries, learning about identity, different cultures, and the role the media plays in shaping our perceptions fascinated me. This professor has taught students across majors with different backgrounds. Here are some of their remarks.
This professor doesn't shy away from topics that everyone might have different views on. From sexism to racism and trans rights, they understand the importance of educating people about them.
My favorite thing about this professor is how willing they are to listen to disagreements and other perspectives and have real conversations with students.
This professor is a voice for underrepresented media.
teaches in a way that makes you want to be better.
I have used what I learned in their class every day of my life.
Seriously changed my life. Their class made me want to get involved in social justice.
And this professor goes above and beyond for their students.
On behalf of the Newhouse Faculty Award Committee and the senior class of 2017, we're pleased to present this award to Charisse L'Pree.
What? Thank you. Thank you so much. This is actually the end of my 4th year at Newhouse as well. So it's particularly touching that this class and I entered as first years and are doing this together. And I look forward to continue doing it together for all your amazing years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Mariana and Jamie, and congratulations, Professor L'Pree. Now it is my pleasure to present to you a very special guest who has graciously agreed to address the graduating class. She is an outspoken champion of diverse voices, thought, and collaboration within newsrooms and throughout news coverage. An award-winning veteran broadcaster, she is followed by millions of listeners on NPR, whether in the role as anchor or as guest host on weekends for the NPR program All Things Considered. As a field reporter for 25 years, she focused extensively on immigration policy and health, both issues now at the forefront of news coverage of the current presidential administration. She tries to get the right mix of rich sound and descriptive narrative to transport listeners to a place hidden deep in the imagination. That was never more challenging for her than during her time as a documentary producer and reporter for Soundprint in Haiti, where she uncovered compelling stories of women struggling to live with HIV/AIDS while their politically embattled government was on the verge of collapse. As a journalist of Puerto Rican and Indo-Trinidadian descent, she is recognized as an influential voice for change in the communications industry. She was honored as such by ColorCom, a national organization for women of color in all areas of communication. An alumna of Syracuse University with a dual degree in broadcast and digital journalism from the Newhouse School and Latin American Studies from the College of Arts and Sciences, she began her career at WAER in Syracuse. She later worked as a local host and reporter at NPR member stations in Spokane, Washington, Orlando, Florida, and Washington, D.C. She has also contributed to PRI, Voice of America, and Gannett News Service. Please join me in welcoming to the podium our convocation speaker, Ms. Lakshmi Singh.
Who knows? Down a little? Okay. I'm short no matter what. Is it afternoon yet? What time? Okay. Well, hello. I've been up for a while, so I've lost track of time because I've been thinking of all of you. And I've been thinking of your parents and your loved ones. And the message that I had been waiting years to deliver to my esteemed alumni. Dean, faculty, family, friends, and the class of 2017, it is a wonderful day. A very big round of applause first for the graduates, please. Thank you to Syracuse University and Newhouse School. It is my distinct honor to be here to celebrate a day that will be ingrained in our memory. This is a day of happiness, of excitement, one of great importance. The road to this point, I know, was not easy. It required your dedication, your commitment. It required long hours, many sleepless nights. Some things never change. Way too much fast food and way too much coffee for your own good. Some things never change. But you made it. Congratulations. All of you are now on the cusp of providing a life source to our democracy. And that life source, class of 2017, is the free press. When I graduated in the not so distant past, but yeah, it was in the previous century, I knew that my job, my duty, my obligation as a journalist was only beginning. The focus of the craft was to report the history of the day with objectivity, strong knowledge of the issues behind the story, and precision. Detail, we all know, is everything. There is no substitute for getting the story and the facts right. From an early point, this was my focus, and this too will be your focus. From my time those many years ago, sort of learning the ropes in a small newsroom at WAER, to standing before you now in this grand space of the Carrier Dome, the objective was not always simple to achieve, but it was always clear. Get the story right. Get the accurate facts. Deliver the news clearly. The training I received and the skills I acquired at Newhouse, that played a central role in maintaining that objective. With the exception of the greatness of CUES's basketball program, by the way, we know they'll be dominating the ACC next year, I'm just saying, quite a bit has changed in this world between the time I graduated and today. We now have faster and many times instant access to information. We have handheld devices that keep us linked to social media and podcasts. We're seeing independent reporting with the use of smartphones and tablets and live links to broadcast what is taking place directly on the ground. Even more than I, my younger brother has a ton of news apps on his phone, such as the Washington Post and Reuters and the Associated Press and, of course, NPR. And his phone goes off endlessly because of updates off the wire. You all know as well as I, the news is instant. With the ongoing advancement in technology, there will also be the growing ability to get unfiltered and in-your-face news and coverage. News programs are readily available to download or stream. Social media outlets such as Facebook and Twitter facilitate the connection between news outlets and the audience. The access to news by the general public is much easier. It's much easier. And that makes the responsibility of getting the news right that much more vital. Over the years, many of us realized something else has also changed, something probably more profound, and that is the desire to understand the facts, to reason, to rely on the evidence before making a conclusion. Somewhere along the way, I think, some degree of that desire was lost. What we're now seeing is the tendency to base conclusions on emotion and belief rather than fact or reasoning or evidence. So regardless of what is presented, that person may not be inclined to explore the facts. Imagine that. We now have this broad access to information, but yet the growing trend is to conclude based on belief, not on analysis. Newsrooms across this country are grappling with this in ways we have never before experienced. In some cases, it means reshuffling our reporting staff so that we can double down on coverage of developments shaping up to be, as you know, historic moments in government and in politics, and an attitude toward coverage of racial inequality and gender inequality and economic inequality. That means ensuring that fact-checking is front and center. Many who have already witnessed this as interns or freelancers in newsrooms, big and small, and you can count on more of the same when you're actually in it full-time. Democracy, my friends, is based in large part on free thinking. But it is a right that should always be used responsibly. When we start to say, yeah, I see what the news is saying, but I just don't believe it, or I see the stats, but I know they're bogus, or I don't need the news to tell me what I already knew, we become less inclined to actually question. This can also lead to what the late veteran journalist and one of my icons, Gwen Ifill, described as silo journalism, in which a news consumer tunes to a station she or he knows will tell them what they want to believe. Think about it. One of the crucial components that separates a free society and one which is ruled with great restraint on freedom is a free press. Whether you're helping to shape coverage as an editor or a producer, or in front of the mic as a correspondent or anchor, whether you have oversight of a news publication or whether you're interning for a news organization, you are part of one of the most fundamental pillars of this representative democracy and the free world. When we think about the free press, the First Amendment typically comes immediately to mind. And today, this fundamental protection of the free press is as vital as it may ever be. The absence of the ability to separate fact from fiction gives rise to false rhetoric and propaganda. Without news media to press the issue, to convey the news and distinguish real from fantasy, without that, we risk surrendering more of the basic tenets of a democracy we have long enjoyed and so many of us have so often taken for granted. Recently, there have been terms used widely which raise serious concerns about the state of the free press and today's democratic and political climate. Terms such as gaslighting, alternative facts, fake news. They have fueled doubts about the veracity of the free press. But in spite of a wave of skepticism some of you will likely encounter in your new professions, it is precisely in this moment, friends, that you need to remain true to your principles as journalists. The free press must remain clear, unambiguous, resolute in the search for truth in a story. And for those of you who will not enter journalism, we may be your eyes and ears, but you are our partners who without doubt will hold us to account. To this end, though, it is equally important for you, for all of us, to analyze news coverage, weigh all arguments so that we can all make informed decisions. Some of you will likely face significant backlash or questions about whether the media have become less credible and more beholden to corporate interests. You'll hear that the media tell you what they want you to know and not what is the truth. And there's really only one effective way to address that, to begin this journey we call journalism, and that's to make every step you take from your very first in a newsroom one of integrity. I cannot overstate this. Integrity is part of the cornerstone of a profession many of you will spend years building. Here are some things to consider as you embark on your endeavor. Always strive to provide the clearest and most accurate reporting or publishing of facts and statistics. Never be timid or hesitant to ask the most critical questions. Vet your sources, cross-check your sources, protect your sources, explore the story, be persistent, prepare to take unconventional approaches, for these are unconventional times. And remember, your ethical approach to every story, that everything you do, is key. All of you should strongly consider gaining a mentor in your particular field of the profession. That's the kind of advice I didn't always get, and I wish I got a long time ago. Someone who can help guide you through what will be a journey of novel and difficult issues. But you'll also, by the way, be in a great position to mentor someone else, no matter what their age, to help those of us who may not be as nimble with multimedia platforms. So I'll get you my number, because I could use the help. Be true to yourself, be true to your profession, be true to the eyes and ears of an audience of potentially millions who, whether or not they realize it, often lean on us to find out what's happening in the world. I know it is often a thankless job, but it's one that holds us to a higher purpose, because it is a profession that has the ability to inform, to educate one person at a time. To all of you who will be joining the various fields of the free press, remember, we're experiencing a time which in multiple ways is unprecedented. As the free press, we need to be on our A game. We need to go to the fullest extent to make sure the history today is reported and conveyed to the general public with no filter, no Photoshop, no bias, no unsupported claims, no making up the facts as we go along approach. We owe it to the profession, to ourselves, and most important, to the public to get it right, to get it accurate, press the issue, raise the critical questions, especially in the face of resistance. The people have a right to a free press. When I begin to doubt myself, when I begin to wonder if anything I ever do or say is actually getting across to somebody, I often reflect back to this quote, and that is, "Freedom of the press is a precious privilege that no country can forego." Freedom of the press is a precious privilege that no country can forego. That deeply held belief, attributed to none other than Mahatma Gandhi, who, as it turns out, was also a journalist at one point in his life. I look out at all of you, knowing I'll be calling many of you my colleagues, knowing I'll be cheering on many of you recognized for some extraordinary, unrelenting reporting in the face of criticism, even ridicule. And I will be more proud than you can ever imagine. Syracuse and Newhouse School prepared all of you to enter in this world as members of the free press in whatever capacity you act. For everything I have told you today about the necessity of a free press and the importance of facts and truth is critical not just as a foundation for good journalism, but also as a foundation for constructive and well-informed citizenship. As we often hear from community leaders across this country and around that globe of ours, one of the most important roles of our lives will be that of citizen. I have the highest level of confidence that each and every one of you will do right by your profession, your alma mater, your family, yourselves. So with that, the very best of luck to all of you, and congratulations again to the class of 2017.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Very important words for us to live by. Before we start the procession of graduates, a word to the parents in the audience. The names of the graduates printed in the program were provided by the university. It is a list of all those students who filed their diploma requests in a timely fashion. It is in no sense an official list. That will be published later this fall once certification of the graduates has been completed, and each of you will receive a copy of this official list in the mail. A professional photographer will be shooting pictures of each graduate as he or she crosses the stage. You'll receive information from the company on how to order this picture, should you choose to do so. There will also be opportunities for photos with the faculty, staff, and me after the ceremony at the Newhouse School party on the quad under the tents. Graduates, if I might have your attention on this important part. Once you have crossed the platform, please return to your seat quietly so that the ceremony can proceed without undue noise or interruption. Your cooperation in remaining orderly will be greatly appreciated, though I know it will be hard. When you approach the stage, please bring the 2 index cards you found on your chair with you. On the green one, put your name spelled out phonetically if it will aid the announcer in pronouncing it. You'll hand that to a member of the faculty at the microphone. On the second index card, you'll tell us about the status of your job search. It will be collected by a member of the Career Center as you approach the stage. We will use that data for research purposes. Please take a moment now when we prepare for receiving you on the lower stage to find your cards and to be certain they are filled out completely. We're going to move down to the lower stage so it's easier for people to come up. We'll be looking forward to shaking your hand in a moment. Okay, are you ready to graduate? I have asked 2 members of the Newhouse faculty to assist me in recognizing each of you in the graduating class of 2017. One is Professor Patricia Longstaff, the David Levedell Professor of Communication Law and Policy, who teaches in our Television, Radio, and Film department. And the other is Professor John Nicholson, Director of the Newhouse Sports Media Center, who teaches in broadcast and digital journalism. Both are retiring from the faculty and celebrating their last convocation ceremony here today. I thank them both for their many years of service to the Newhouse School and for their help in announcing the names of our graduates. How about a warm round of applause? First, we will recognize the graduates from our doctoral degree program who are receiving their PhD degrees in mass communication. Here to introduce the students is Professor Dennis Kinsey, Director of the doctoral program, with each student's dissertation advisor to assist with hooding the students with their ceremonial doctoral hoods.
Good afternoon. This is an exciting day full of celebration. And thank you, Dean Branham, for the opportunity to present our doctoral degrees. You know, less than 1% of adults in the world have a PhD, or a Doctor of Philosophy degree. And in the United States, it's a little better, but still only 2% hold a doctorate. Well, we're going to present two more today. Dan Ammernick was a writer in the entertainment industry before deciding to join us and work on his PhD. You might recall the TV series The Nanny. Much of what made you laugh and entertain you in that show came from Dan. Dan is a positive force at Newhouse. I'm sorry to see him go. In fact, I tried to delay his graduation as long as possible, but his advisor wouldn't hear it. You know, about halfway through your doctoral education, the joy and the hope is ripped from your soul. It's hard. But Dan was always positive, always happy and encouraging. He's the type of person that you want to be around. And Dan will be teaching in the School of Communication and the Arts at Marist College. His advisor, Robert Thompson, was unable to make it here tonight, so I get the honor of hooding Dan Ammernick. Thank you, Dan. Angela Rolfes. Angela is a lawyer who decided to pursue her PhD. And our good fortune is that she came to the Newhouse School to do that. She's taught communication law courses for us and has conducted important research in this area, as is evident by her dissertation title. Privacy versus Security, Fear Appeals, Terrorism, and the Willingness to Allow Increased Government Surveillance. She will be joining the faculty in the Communication Studies program at Ithaca College in the fall. She will be hooded by her dissertation advisor, Carol Liebler, and her academic advisor, Roy Gutterman. Please join me in congratulating our two new PhDs in mass communications.
Congratulations to our two new doctorals, no longer doctoral students. We'll have to call them doctor from now on. Next, we'll recognize the students graduating from our master's degree programs. I will first present two commemorative items to Elliot Williams, and then Professors Longstaff and Nicholson will announce the names of the recipients of the master's degree.
Tyler Colin. Sandeep Garathai. Yeah. Jacob Bochansky. Arthur Battalion. Alexandra Shalevsky. Yeah. Yeah. Carly Murphy. Christy Frateski. Sneha Satish. Catherine Sawiza. Ariel LeConte. Sarah George. Haswan Hugh Liao. Mian Yoon. Sarah Amaleski. Ryun Sun. Zhen Kui Wang. Wen Khan. Quinn Yun Tang. Cantrell Reynolds. Lori Silverstein. Izzy Silker. Whatever, yeah. Thank you, close. Shampavi Rai. Yeah. Nima Amdallah. Brigitia Jameson. Joanne Fernandez. Brianna Ronaldo. Dija Gilliam. Nicole Henderson. Syndecia Zenon. Colleen O'Day. Emily Riccio. Amanda Lewis. Honestein Paula Fraser. Danica Park. Harry Plotnick. Amanda Christine Rich. Kristen Putsch. Wendy Deary Rogers. Iana Lisette Young. Emma Bong Epo. Kevin Osafo Agyama. Ashley Adams. Brittany Cannon. Kateus Fernandez. Jared Kalinsky. Kara Lewanda. Natasha Tritis. Tanya Griffin. Marissa McNeely. Shute Rastogo. Alexandra Priori. Mishana Patterson. Shannon Burnett. Candy Meriwether. Melissa Morganweck. Megan Gustafson. Elizabeth Weber. Imani Lawrence. David Lemmy. Danielle Goudreau. Grant Melanik. Ashley Post. Alexandra Resnick. Julia Dunford. Jennifer Petrella. Heather Concanon. Gail Martineau. Neelam Atulkumar Patel. Manzoor Ainuddin. Carl Corey. Alana Barretta. John Nay Jackson. Jacob Bailey. Joyce Pavia Hansen. Sasha Nash. Rory Mills. Kaishuan Su. Wan Yun Peng. Yi Zhang. Giselle Zdeno. Lauren Doyle. Samantha Colton. Matthew Mantory. Emily Tanner. Morgan Bullman. Katie Shafsky. Sarah Heikkinen. Kelsey Snyder. Aubrey Tolliver. Matthew D'Ambrosi. Michael Drew. Jake Lapin. Jacqueline Tenbrero. Kristen Edwards. Sarah Minkowitz. Annalisa Pardo. Andrew Leffler. Marlena Tuskus. Isabel Christina Sanchez Chinaros. All of that. Wileni Sepulveda. Aquila Moody. Jessica Lake. Jordan Robinson. Megan Sewell. Kelly Cooney. Nicole Mojica. Janessa Price. Sure. Claudine Lim.
Katrina Springer. Rosalina Jowers. Beth Lindley. Dara McBride. Kayla Cheyenne Boyd. Haley Elizabeth Clark. Bree Marie Kirkham. Brianna Marie Adams. Bridget Renee Chavez. Stephen Leslie Haddon Armstrong. Jacqueline Elizabeth Ann Mundry. Robert Lawrence Schiff. Brent Thomas Royer. Allison Sarno Davo. Ryan Stephen Pina. Julie Leach. Dana Nicole Silver. Caitlin McNichol. Jessica Dirks. Jackson Ruggiero. Kathy Tabor Montgomery. Shira Stoll. Martha May Swan Quinn. V. Wynn. Shishi Zhou. Jingyu Wan. Michael Santiago. Shang Wei. Yan Yu. Hearns Laguerre Jr. Robert Orzetti. Chang Wang. Nuo Yin. Yashin Lin. Jingyi Wang. Yachu Chen. Xiaoyi Fu. Sija Le. Lija Zhang. Yu Hang. Jiang Ke. Jay Fu. Yu Chin. Avery Page. Ellie Frangu. Kelsey Moore. John Baldwin. Drew Abbott. Cassandra Coppola. Elena DeLucia. Kelly Myers. Binyu Kanapa Seti. Myron Holmes. Gregory Archer. Darren Scott. Tevian Johnson. Eric Stabnow. Shangwei Zhao. Gail Landry. Xin Hua. Ran Lai. Zizhen Ye. Julian McKenzie. Kevin Brown. David Turley Jr. Taylor Hurls. Kayla Skipper. You screwed up her name. Caroline Judy. Kerene Limage. Jane Chang. Yue Lu. Huing Li. Oye Wa. Yashin Liu. Xinyi Wang. Maisha Mahelda. Mahima Singh. Nidhi Shetty. Yu Shi. Stacy Hydock. Mary Lynn Mack. Kristen Dubois. Shannon Andre. Charles Wallington. Stacy Galt. Cheryl Ing. Kristen Blaine. Holly Cook. Chase Farron. Nicole Jones. Margaret Morrison. Ashley Moore. Chelsea Michael. Michelle Fenelon. Kiana Dyches. Bridget Whitfield. Rukaya Aboko. Jonathan Serio. Ashwara Chaudhuri, Catherine Vandewater, Ankur Dang, Pankuri Sinha, Leah Ding, Sharada Rao, Christian Belts, Samantha Mendoza, Danapon Tanya Manthakantiong, Stephanie Smalling, Jasmine Gomez, Eileen Perez Martins, Alan Taylor Jr., Curtis Driscoll, Amelia Beamer, David Onaway, Brianna Williams, Rachel George, Yongjia Wang, Ellen Zhao, Freya Wang, Anchi Yuan, Jiayu Yang, Jai Liu, Jinyu Zhang, Yilin Jia, Shenjie Yao, Shinji Kawata, Hyun Yang, Michelle Meyer, Annette Masterson, Jeremy Joshua, Dante Harris, Yanhee Cho. Is that two?
Congratulations again to all of our master students. We will now begin the procession of baccalaureate degree recipients, beginning with the Newhouse Scholars who are listed in your program. These are students chosen for special recognition by the Student Faculty Awards Committee on the basis of their academic achievement and contributions to the school. First, I will present our commemorative items to Jessica Dunne and Kelly Sheptock. Jessica is a Newhouse Scholar. And now Professors Longstaff and Nicholson will recognize the remaining Newhouse Scholars, followed by the rest of the baccalaureate recipients in the class of 2017.
Kate Beckman. Joey Meister. Jonathan Metis. Olivia Clayman. Jamie Weiss. Emma Beatty. Genevieve Pilch. Claire Moran. Metali Sharma Das. Isabel Lynch. Ian McCourt. Zachary Shiwikert. Okay. And now for the rest of our Newhouse seniors. Natalie Collier. Stephen Kanan. Jamie McCoy. Sequandra Heath. Rohan Krishnan. Lucas Spain. Brittany Mueller. Megan Mystery. Kendall Knock. Connor Morissette. Joseph Leonard. Paul Mancano. Jake Falk. Robert Romano. Adam Betts. Vanessa. Joseph. Yeah. Mio Perli. Chantel Destra. Sonia Mattis. Rebecca Rachel. Jackie Ephraim. Taylor Aleto. Margaret Siciliano. Jessica Steele. Max Jacobowski. Kyle Miller. Pierce McCurry. Frankie Prayatel. Justin Dropkin. Justin Bunka. Madeline Brooks. Charlotte Ballo. Sarah Barth. Jessica Engs. Yeah. Courtney Beecham. Lindsay Curry. Jacqueline Pirelli. Samantha Tress. Lauren Bailey. Stephanie Tans. Brittany Stephanus. Aaron Scheinblum. Delena Brown Omar. Aubrian Paige Shipinski. Daniel Cajun. Eric Ely. Wyatt Dillon. Alexandra Westfall. Brandon Lynn. Catherine Bernhardt. Brooke Glatz. Christina DiPietro. Leah Strasburg. Lauren Collins. Rachel Workstell. Emma Coziera. Jillian Lynch. Stephanie Malice. Allison Simon. Kennedy Lanier. Erica Parrish. Ilone Rudock. Morgan DeShalis. Bamadi Zadou. Justin Alvarez. Malik Evans. Candace Higgins. James Hedna. Sierra Smith. Chaz Carlos Diego. Delgado, sorry. Julia Newman. Andrew Martini. Nuke White. Eric King. Brendan Germain. Natasha Delamo. Terrence Wells. Rian Harper. Colin Gordonier. Hannah Moser. Nicholas Matarazzo. Carly Kaplan. Catherine Angst. Sierra Pizola. Rachel Lockhart. Lillian Nason. Desiree Hurlbut. Donna Jarekas. Connor O'Brien. Isabel Scannell. Max Redinger. Jeffrey Slauson. Kevin Gordon, sorry. Samantha Monk. Jeffrey Spivak. Manuel Garcia. Maggie Tarcell. Ryan Begley. Georgina Silverall. Amanda Shea. Polissa Castaneda. Laritza Salazar. Lucili Gutierrez. Tyler Scheck. Matthew Koufax. Robert Story. Nisha Stickles. Reagan Spencer. Jordan Jennings. Matthew Weinstein, Remington Bennett, Javier Velez, Marissa Andra, Gabriella Lichtenstein, Vienna Hintz, Lauren Sullivan, Julie McCullough, Emily Norrit, Jill Archibald, Olivia Bloom, Chandler Dunn, Elizabeth Sprout, Leah Posen, Haley Murphy, Christina Tornetta, Kelsey Coughlin, Amelia Chibo, Alexandra O'Toole, Leslie Spears, Natalie Falk, Amanda Woodward, Margaret Bridge, Ashley Williams, Abigail Hewell, Juliana Walsh, Marissa McBride, Fatima Bangora, Heather Ann West, Matt Schneidman, Sierra Elizabeth Schaefer, Cameron Spera, Jackie Prager, Nicole Das, Kelsey Ross, Blake Levine, Raymond Merrick III, Adam Ganley, Brian Uran, Stephen Spoor, Brianna Dutton.
Brookins. Can we take it?
Yeah, sure. Anna Brookins.
Sarah Peck. Just give it to me. Taryn Vericchio. Alexander Hallmark. Lindsay Wolfson. Michaela Muller. Jordana Rubin. Zina Saifi. Angelica Rodriguez. Gabrielle Carrero. Alfredo Aldebal. Laura Molina. Oh, it's Laura Molina. Take two. Not a chance. Bianca Dravensek. Susanna Weller. Or Heller. Brittany Ortiz. Eugenio Gonzalez Alvarez. Michael Rubloff. Zachary Danich. Sam Tash. Nick Milak. Kathy Tran. Luisa Pianetti. Trisha Bat. Carla Caban. Laura Lisebi. Max Peskin. Jennifer Scharf. Emily Benowitz. Eden Mintz. Richa Shah. Andrea Musk. Haley Kessler. Phoebe Steinfeld. Nicole Dion. Samantha Benedict. Lindsay Puchal. Amanda Gerzog. Adam Viviat. Alana Galliano. Raven F. Berzal. Alyssa Basilio. Amanda Rothenberg. Abby Alyssa. Eric Chung. Subika Prakash. Jordan Rosenberg. Lauren Shaw. Kayla Spector. Lindsay Ligo. Igo. Take three. Lindsay Igo. Thank you. Danielle Harris. Shelby Guller. Ashley Summers. Jessica Mendelson. Lena Pisano. Zoe Melianos. Haley Robinson. Steven Spiroli. Abigail Bogle. Sophia Morris. Laura Hegstetter. Nicole Manfreda. Actually, it's Joanna. Michelle Galonka. Patricia Terhune. Olivia Monco. Nicholas Papantonis. Lauren Sinatra. Nicholas McGowan. Kelly O'Hara. Michaela Reuter. Nick Petraccioni. Ben Roth. Nicholas Fothergill. Matthew Ryle. Lauren Anderson. Audrey Herlin. Isabella Engelhard. Jordan Bowens-Wyson. Nancy Lopez Luna. Marla Nixon. Anjali Albis. Abby Schwartz. Natalie Torturo. Taylor Falls. Amber Canali. Nicholas Townsend. Adela Hadzik. Zachary Thebner. Catherine Tinder. Brooke Lutsky. Sydney Hammer. Lauren Blicht. Amanda Stern. Marley Gerber. Christian Alexandrov. Mandisa Shields. Max Gerstmann. Sean Cokes. Tom Kalai. Bridget Hallahan. Kaylee Woodruff. Linnea Nordgren. Ava Narin. Jensen Cannon. Isha Damle. Bridget Parker. Natalie Budeman. Teresa Lynn. Shuyi Jin. Siyi Chien. Tyron Niu. Yilin Zhou. Yunzi Shi. Sarah Binju Liu. Phoebe Sudargo. Nate Giamichael. Christy Fox. Jacqueline Pereira. Alexandra Slavin. Jenny May. Nadine Bushner. Lauren Walsh. Jared Barton. Kevin Ryans. Marco Sochi. Michael Joseph Tricarico. Michaela Thomas. Genevieve Davis. Annika Das. Tanya David. Anne Van Vorst. Marlena Ahern. Want to do any more? Mariana Dominguez. Julia Otiano. Jingfei Wu. Hongxi Zhang. Jason Chen. Jian Zhang. Suling Sun. Vika Lee. Kien Il Bei. Catherine Capadano. Danielle Gaiman. Anna Marat. Tahira Newkirk. Ellen Myers. Ryan Drum. Courtney Laraca. Lydia Wilson. Morgan Dajinsky. Anastasia Sabochik. Jennifer Doe. Danielle Montoya. Elizabeth Darrell. Lydia Kim. Got about 100 more. You want to do any? Connie Seam. Ready?
Ji So. Audrey Morgan. Corey Fernandez. Sarah Ibrahim. Madeline Fournier. Joshua Dager. Guadalupe Tinoco. Alessandra Sandhouse. J. Michelle Harris. Morgan Chamberlain. Chelsea Lustig. Erica Kaplan. Lee Fagan. Olivia Leroy. Samantha McClain. Alyssa Majosevich. Gigi Antonelli. Carolyn Cakebread. Christiane Canos. Kathleen Ahern. Kaylee Wildemuth. Devin Parker. Allison Tebow. Danielle Watson. Daniel D'Agostino. Noah Ives. Nicholas Torjola. Matthew Henkin. Michael Rimter. Jack Rose. Nicole Ledbetter. Ellie Breslin. Maria Angalio. Brittany Ladd. Nora Patwell. Veronica Wheelock. Rachel Brenner. Lindsay DeStefano. Jocelyn Werlick. Monique Euster. Madison Wood. Griffin Morrow. Maxwell Slavin. Erica Softberg. Jessica Kunkel. Dia Matthews. Tara Anderson. John Tomei. Nicholas Januzzi. Garrett Ganganosa. Kristen Carden. Rachel Quee. Molly Berger. Victoria Razzie. Sarah Thaler. Gabriella Jones. Jiayoung Yang. Hawen Yu. Yiqing Zhao. Bethany Burgo. Kira Azato. Ari Gilbert. Alexander Amico. Nicole Sherwood. Kelly Mosier. Michaela Quigley. Scott Freeman. Nicholas Sabatino. Nathaniel Band. Logan Ratnick. Joshua Hess. Brett Kleinberg. Chailin Kim. Dongan. Jingwen Su. Yuki Zhang. Melissa Mark. Tyra Booker. Corina DeFeo. Cleo Monrose. Michael Torres. Sean Tandy. Jack McCormack. John Hopkins. Emma Melamed. Fiona Galliano. Dayun Wakely. Aaron Moore. Andrew Morris. Zachary Lord. Yinglan Zhang. Lydia Chan. Brianna Henry. Julia Volterra. Alejandra Lina. Jonathan Gordon. Rachel Gilbert. Claire Ramirez. Mara Corbett. Justin Mattingly. Christopher Lebanati. Paul Schwedelson. Cole Kaufman. Christopher McKenna. Johnny Oliver. Liam Sullivan. Jason Tuckman. Joseph Sisti. Alexander Orban. Connor Grossman. Joyce Lalone. What's his name? Aiden Mayer. Nicole Wergeles. Sharon Choi. Haley Toyle. Julia Giancola. Jamie Wynn. Carly Port. Douglas Holloway. Grant Albee. Bess Howell. Sophia Russo. Christopher DeMaria. Daniel Silverman. Thomas Viola. Stephen Milowski. Benjamin Castaneda. Yeah? I did it right the first time. Maria Cynthia. William Wheeler.
have some water. Oh my goodness. The class of 2017. Okay, I think it's time to let you go. Okay, one more round of applause for the class of 2017. It has been such a pleasure having you here with us all these years, but now it's time for you to go off and do great things. Please look around you. Pick up any cell phones or belongings you don't want to leave behind before you join us on the quad for the Newhouse reception. You'll see a bunch of large tents under which we have posted signs for each of the programs. And I'm asking faculty members to gather near the appropriate sign under the appropriate tent so that graduates and their parents can find you. I will be under a sign for the dean along with members of the staff. A diagram of how this is all arranged will appear on the second page of your program. We are looking forward to meeting your parents, relatives, and friends, and to taking pictures with you. And finally, we invite you all to return to the Dome tomorrow morning for commencement. Gate D will be open for degree candidates only at 7 a.m., and all degree candidates should be assembled in the north stands by 9 a.m. Please leave adequate time to get through security, and remember that no bags or purses larger than 10 inches by 10 inches will be allowed into the Dome. The commencement ceremony begins promptly at 9:30 a.m. with the student procession. Now, to close our ceremony, one of our master's degree students will come to sing Syracuse University's alma mater. Cheng Wang is a television, radio, and film major from Guangzhou, Jiang Province, China. Cheng?
Where the veil of Onondaga meets the eastern sky, proudly stands our alma mater on her hilltop high. Flag we love, orange, flow foray, O Syracuse, o'er thee. Loyal be thy sons and daughters to thy memory. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheng. Best wishes to you all. You are now officially Newhouse graduates. Congratulations. This convocation is now adjourned.